every day? Does he have a regimen? Is that part of the structure you're setting up for him?
Well, again, most of his structure right now is coming from a support-based thing, outside the building, inside the building, a little bit of both. But, his main objective right now is to get himself in position to possibly get a second chance.
John said that Duke wasn't expendable yet.
Yes.
Have you talked to Duke? Do you feel the need to talk to Duke? Have you talked to Duke about his role moving forward?
No, we're always looking for good football players, and Duke's a good football player. We can't ever have enough good football players. So, we're always looking to get better as a team, and that goes down to each individual position.
Last year, you guys couldn't get through the season, though, with 3 guys. You ended up trading Carlos to kind of clear the way for Chubb. At some point, the rubber's got to meet the road once Hunt is back and allowed to play. So is that something you're already making plans for?
We're making plans for April 1st right now. That's the only thing we're making plans for.
Could you see Duke playing more wide receiver, or just making the switch to wide receiver?
No, I think Duke's a running back, so that's the position he's in right now.
Freddie, a lot of coaches have gone to Norman, Oklahoma to learn more about Lincoln Riley's offense. NFL coaches, will you or Todd Monken do that this offseason?
Todd and I both have a regiment that we're doing during the course of the off season, where coaches are just like players. We're trying to get better on a day-to-day out basis, and we'll do the same.
Well, will that include a visit to Norman?
Well, Norman does have a pro day, so I'm sure we'll be at the pro day.
And will you spend time with the coach to learn more about his offense? Monken talked about when he was introduced to us, the things that Kansas City does is mostly resembles what's going on in college. And
right.
Everyone visits the state of the art.
Well, I'll say this: we will visit places, but that's not new to this year. That happens every year. It just doesn't get advertised.
When you talk about Kareem Hunt and the support system, this is a follow-up to what someone asked over there. The fact that he's in his hometown, do you have to try to have him drastically change his friend group and also, some family members, and there's a history there too. So do you have to change his whole sort of environment?
The easiest way I would put that is, we want to support him, truly support him in every way moving forward. Now, in saying that, there's a great opportunity in Cleveland that he can change and impact more lives in Cleveland by making this turnaround and moving forward. And we do not ever condone what happened. Kareem Hunt has an opportunity in Cleveland that he wouldn't have in other places. Kareem Hunt used to play on the football field before the Cleveland Browns. All right, so he grew up like that. So maybe Cleveland supports Kareem like the Cleveland Browns are going to support Kareem, and maybe that's what he needs to live the rest of his life after football.
But does he need to, do you guys, can you be that involved to that extent where you have to make sure that he's not, hanging around with some people that aren't good for him, or with, perhaps even family members that are bad influences?
Well, that all goes with decision making, and you have to make decisions in your life and my life on people you associate with and people you don't. And you'd like to surround yourself with people that have your best interest in mind, no different than me or anybody else. But again, we're going to support Kareem and try to get him to be. I can't relay the message enough and strongly enough that we want Kareem Hunt to be a better person, and we want to support that aspect of it before we do anything with football.
Have you added anybody, whether not on your staff, but have you sought out anybody to kind of help you facilitate that along the way, to help him? You're talking about trying to help him, the city helping him helping the city. Have you gone outside the organization at all to maybe help you guys that way?
I would just say we go every avenue possible to help our players.
Now that you've been working with Todd for maybe a month or whatever, what have you picked up about his offense?
Well, his offense is our offense, and that's one of the things that attracted me to Todd is he wants it to be our offense, and just like it's our defense, and it's the Cleveland Browns special teams. This is a collaborative effort, and I don't know if people believe me or not when I was first hired, but I want coaches with ideas. I don't have all the answers. If I did, I wouldn't need them. So Todd brings a lot to the table from the standpoint of experience. He's done some different things in the RPO world than we've done. He's done some of the same things that we've done. So that's the process that we're doing right now, is getting everything set in stone from the standpoint of what we're going to initially go with, and then everything's up for change after that. But once it's in there, it's our offense.
Freddie, you talked about looking for confidence in players here when you're talking to guys. What's the confidence level in the building right now, in the organization, among the staff? What's that feel like?
Well, I think it's very, very much confidence, and we're not scared to talk about it. I'm not, and hopefully nobody else in the organization is either. There's a lot of expectations right now, all right? But we want to thrive on those expectations, because we are putting those expectations on ourselves, and we're not scared to talk about those expectations. We only have one goal here at Cleveland, and it's to win the Super Bowl. That's the only goal. There's going to be 31 teams sad every year. There's only one happy team, and we want to be that happy team. And why not us? The narrative's changing in Cleveland. It changed the second part of the year, but it's going to change moving forward also. That we're in this thing for one reason only: collaboratively to do the things necessary to put a good product on the field, and ultimately to win football games.
Hey, Freddie, Baker, last time we talked to Baker, said he wasn't going to meet with any kind of quarterback coach, a Tom House kind of guy, and he kind of scoffed at the idea. What's your take on that? And what kind of program do you have for him before he gets back to?
Yeah, I don't have any comment on like quarterback guys. Everybody everybody needs to make a living. So however they feel that they can do that. Some people some people feel more comfortable with guys like that than others, and some people it helps people more than others. So whatever they feel like, this is their time.
Like when Baker left, did you give him kind of a regimen that you wanted him to do before he came back?
No, just get away from football. If I can't get him and we can't get him ready to play in 4 or 5 months, we don't need to be coaching him.
By now, Steve Wilkes has evaluated the players he's taken over, and the fact that quarterbacks are getting rid of the ball so quickly nowadays. Is there any conversation at all about moving Myles Garrett inside and rushing from that angle?
No, we're not. We're a long way off from that. Any kind of specifics like that right now. We got to rush the passer, we got to cover, and we got to stop the run. So you got to create some turnovers.
There are just piggybacking off Scott's question. There are some head coaches or quarterback coaches, offensive coordinators who want their guys to work, or suggest they can suggest that their guys work with a throwing expert or whatever you want to call those guys. Yeah. Specifically because the CBA restricts your involvement with them. So you're, just to be clear, you're not suggesting like, hey Baker, I know you're not a quarterback guru guy, but it would be nice if you did so-and-so with so-and-so.
I'm not discounting it at all. I would just say I would never prop somebody up to go work with somebody like that. That's up to them. I think we can get him ready to play and starting April 1st till September, whenever the first game is. And if we can't, they need to find a new coach.
Another Baker one, knowing how he motivates himself and finds ways to motivate himself, is any part of you happy that he did not win Rookie of the Year?
No, because I thought, I thought he deserved it. I like to see people get what they deserve, rather than trying to use something negative and turn it into a positive. I'd rather than just get what I think he deserves. And I don't know, maybe that's a weird thought. If you think somebody deserves something, you'd like to see them get it.
Sure, but the silver lining that he's pointed out to us was he'll be better for it in the long run.
Yeah, I don't think Baker needs any motivation from any outside source. I think that's one of the good things about this combine. You try to find out what people are motivated by, and you want the importance of football to be at the top of that. And the importance for Baker of football has in his life is very much up there.
Freddie,